Hi guys, Todd here again with TW Home Show. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about a little bit about golf carts, how they've become the most affordable EV on the planet lately. You see them all around communities and neighborhoods, and they're the most affordable, personal transportation you can get for under $5,000 or $6,000. And that's why I bought one. Just as a personal vehicle. We're going to use ours mainly around campgrounds because we have a toy hauler now as an RV, and we've been carrying it around for the last year on our last trip to campgrounds and campsites, and it's been a ball to have a golf cart with us. And our golf cart is electric powered with battery, so it makes it easy to add on fun accessories and things like that. But I'm going to tell you today, we're going to switch out our battery system, and a couple reasons why I'll let you know coming right up. And we're back. So this is our golf cart. It's a 2019 E-Z-Go. I bought it used on Facebook Marketplace. You'll want to first check out the batteries. Now the batteries here I've got, this is the original factory battery in this E-Z-Go. And Samsung, I believe it was Samsung. Yeah, Samsung was the first battery company to make an integrated OEM battery for golf carts. So this is a first generation lithium ion battery. Yours may look different, it might have lead acid batteries. It might look kind of like a nest of batteries, and it could be dirty. But I wouldn't let this scare you away from a good buy if you find one. Now, one of the issues I had soon on into the first camping trip that we brought this with us was around halfway around the campground, and I lost all power. Kind of gradually and then really quick. And I was like, what is that? Why is this happening to me? I've got it all, I had it all tuned up, all fixed up with all my accessories added. I had fun adding accessories as well. But I'm wondering, I have this new gauge in here. I do have a gauge on it that I installed right here on the dash. And I, connected it to our factory lithium battery. And the gauge, when all power went dead, the gauge was reading about 70%. So I'm like, oh no, it's probably the motor. But I went ahead and pushed the golf cart back with this reading, the gauge 70%, pushed it back to our campsite. And first thing I wanted to try, let's just plug it in and see if it takes a charge. So I left it plugged in for a few hours. I came back out, boom, it was moving again. So that was one of the things that I had to, correct. I mean, what good is a gauge if it's not going to read the battery correctly and accurately? So I kind of, pieced the gauge together with the factory Samsung battery, and I wanted an onboard charger so that I didn't have to carry this with us. This is the E-Z-Go charger for the Samsung lithium battery. It's heavy, it's big, and it's bulky. I didn't want to take that around with us on all of our exploring and have to have a separate charger. So I did install, and I made a video of that, an integrated charger down here. This is an integrated smart charger for 48 volt or 36 volt that I installed right behind the battery there. Now, that battery, or that battery charger, I should say, when I plug it in, I redid the plug here, so it takes a regular 110 outlet plug on the outlet here. I changed out for a Norco outlet. So that will take just a regular power plug that I've got on my reel here. That makes it really easy. So anywhere you're at, if you just need to borrow an extension cord and get some juice in your golf cart, that works wonderfully. But sometimes I had to turn that off and on for the battery to pick up and read before it would start charging. So bottom line, guys, I got a solution for you. And Mosasaur is selling golf cart battery packages, lithium battery. So no more 500-600 pounds of batteries that you're hauling around under your seat in your golf cart. Mosasaur right here, this big box, that is from Mosasaur. They guaranteed me that I'm not going to have any of those other issues that I had on my last camping trip. So this is a complete install solution for lithium battery for your golf cart. This is the 48 volt version, so check with them. I'll leave the links to everything in this video, which is pretty much going to be this one package solution. I'll leave it in the video description below. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and here get started and pulling out the factory battery, and then we'll install the new Mosasaur total solution for your golf cart. But I tell you what, first let's unbox it. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh yeah, packaged really well. Oh, can this table handle it? I think we'll be all right. In this box, we have a cable and a smart LED screen. This is for our accurate battery level reading from our dash or somewhere near our dash. The cable will hook up to the back of this and direct into the battery. I like that. So this should be a lot more accurate than the system I had set up already. And in here we have our charging solution. Now this is made specifically to charge this Mosasaur battery, lithium battery, and comes with a proprietary outlet, or a plug I should say. And it comes with a plug like this. So this plug would plug into here, into your golf cart like that, and then it plugs into a regular 110 outlet to charge it. But I don't know, we may mount this right underneath the seat and have this plugged directly into our Norco. I'll show you later. Okay, so this is the complete golf cart lithium battery solution. You've got your on-screen power gauge right there, LCD screen. You've got your instruction packet. You've got your lithium battery onboard charger. And you've got your massive 48 volt battery, 105 amp hour battery, and it's got a BMS that allows 200 amps to pass through that battery management system. So most of them are 100 amps. This has got a 200 amp BMS that's going to give you more power constantly right away. And all that we're going to put in here. Now let's just test the DC volts we get with the battery just from opening the box, how I received it. We've got your switch right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and connect our leads. And we're reading 52.9 volts. 52.9 volts on our 48 volt battery. All right, I've got a location for my charger unit. I've got one bolt in here at the top that's bolted into the frame, the lock washer, and I'm gonna go ahead and use some self tappers to go ahead and put this in place. Keep it down permanently. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can fit our battery in here. Okay. That's pretty heavy. It is reaching from frame to frame rail, which is actually perfect. We've got our connections over here for our battery connections. Our battery connections are over here for all our cables. Our power button's right here. Charger's located back there. So now let me just get this strapped in. I might just use these existing brackets here, one on each side, and develop some sort of a strap to go across here. It is very heavy, so as long as I can prevent that slide, it's not going to go anywhere. But let me take a deeper dive into that and see how I want to mount it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put these 10mm bolts in with lock washers that I found in my selection right down here. And these will anchor our battery into the battery tray. And I've got a socket here and a ratchet wrench here to help me go ahead and put the nuts on from underneath. And the other one started. I'm going to put the two on the other side, and then I'll come back and tighten them. All right, I've got all 4 bolts in and tightened, 2 on each side. See the 2 over here as well. Now, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach the cables right here that I took off from our previous battery, positive and negative, and I just want to switch it on and just see if I get power, or if I'm going to run into issues where I need something to do with this plug that I unplugged from the Samsung battery. I'm not sure yet. So let's just test it with these positive leads first and negative lead, and then we'll get to the charging part of this video. See if we can hook up the charger next, but let's do a little test. Okay, now we'll go ahead and turn the power switch on down here. It's on. Let me go ahead and test voltage. All right, we're going to go ahead and test our voltage. Let's see, we got it on negative and positive. Battery is switched on. We're showing about 54 volts. If you can see that, 57, 56, 60 volts. So we're in the right voltage range. Let me see what kind of power we're getting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it from tow to run here. We might hear it click. Oh, after we turn our battery switch on. We've got our instrument display. Now that we're going to be replacing with the battery LED screen we get with this package. So let me come over here, switch on our ignition. Ignition's on. Now I still don't see power coming up here from our fuse panel, so I still might be missing a wire, or it might have something to do with that plug I was telling you guys about. This plug right here might need power supply to it. This went direct to the battery, the top of the battery on the Samsung over there. But let me just try something. I'm gonna put it in forward. Press. Let's see. Oh, guys, it's working. So it's working now. I don't know what that plug is on the battery that came off of the old battery, but it's not affecting our motor at all. It looks like either I've lost a wire that I didn't connect that needs to go over here to all of these accessories. So, and our DC converter. So our converter, DC converter and stuff is connected over here. This is going to our charger. Is there something else? Wait a minute, here's a connector. Oh, that's going to the charger as well. So I got to figure out why we don't have power coming across this section here, I guess. While I'm looking at this, let me turn the ignition off. Switches back to tow mode. Turn the battery power off for now, and let me see why we're not getting power over here. All right, I think I figured out the issue with not having power to our accessories, our fuse panel over here on the side of the battery that I already had existing. And when I was turning on the ignition, I wasn't getting power up to the radio and all the light switch area for the headlights and everything. I got that figured out. I had to connect my connection on the ignition switch, the key switch. On the back, I had to switch it to another wire on the back of that switch that is powered on when you turn the ignition to on, and that supplied power now back to the fuse panel and all the accessories. I don't know how that got affected. It was working just fine before. The accessories didn't come on until I turned the key on, but after I switched batteries out, that one lead I had it connected to no longer supplied power when I turned the ignition on. I had to go to the next wire over, and it could have had something to do with this connector that I pointed out earlier that was connected to the battery. I still don't know if this is going to play a part. Hopefully not, because everything seems to be working well. We tested out the golf cart. It moved back and forward, and now I've got all the accessories working. So now my next step, I'm going to try to get the we're going to work on hooking up everything to the charger that came in the package. The charger back there, I've already got it mounted earlier, and here's the positive and negative leads. We're going to mount to the side of the battery here. I'm going to go ahead and strap this wire up. I went around this way, around the front of the battery, and I'm going to take some nylon straps and strap it up on the side here so it doesn't fall down to the ground while we're riding around. And there's a couple other wires I've got over here. Let me show you these. I just want to show them to you while they're out so you can clearly see them. So this is going to be the charging. So, well, this one goes to the gauge up front, and I decided I think I'm going to put the gauge location right here, right above the radio right there. So I'll probably run the wire up underneath like I did all the other ones and come out somewhere in the dash here. I might have to drill a hole. I haven't decided yet. I already had to take the dash out to get the wire straightened out behind the ignition switch. So I've already got this basket. It's just sitting here. It's unmounted so that when the time comes, I can pull that dash back and fish wire through or drill a hole. All right, so let's get started. Let's start strapping up stuff. But first, this is one of the main last pieces to the charger. This cord here, it's kind of like a wand right here. And you have an regular, you just plug it into a wall to charge it. I'm going to keep all this intact, probably just nylon tie it up and then plug this into the charger, because I can just plug that in to here. This is the NOCO charge port that I already have installed. So I just plug that right here, this right here, into here, which in turn I can plug the golf cart into any regular extension cord with this NOCO plug that I've already installed previously. So that'll make it nice and easy to charge with the onboard charger again. So let's get to it. So I'm running this cord around. Strap it here. This goes into a COM port over here. And it's just got a rubber band. I'm going to get a nylon strap on that. That just plugs in there, and then you can tighten the nut around it to hold it in place into your COM port on this side of the battery. That's good. Now I need to get my socket and add these to the positive and negative. Right. This is our power charge cord here. Now all of this I want to just bundle up and strap it down here. So we got to plug it into the charger right here. And this end here I've got coming off. I'm looking for my NOCO plug end right here, and that's going to plug in right there. And we'll lead that around this way, around the back of the battery. So let me get some straps and strap this up together, and then we can strap it down here in the back. I'm going to strap it up here against this pillar here. I don't want any of the cord leaning on the charger because it may get warm. So I'll get some more straps and put that up against there. All right, let me snip. That's okay actually. So we can get a closer look. All right, we've routed our positive and negative around here from the charger going to the battery. That's where it's going to charge the battery. We got our positive and negative going to our posts. Then we had another bundle here for our charging. I just strapped up the wand and everything into this bundle here and strapped it up against the side. of this pillar here of the frame to keep this ventilated and clear of any obstacles. And then our charging cord from our NOCO receptacle comes here and it plugs into that bundle. So now we've got our charging setup done. Fairly easy. Now we've got one more port right here, our LCD port. So I've got to take that cable there. I'm going to do that next and then route it down underneath here and probably strap it to this frame rail and come up around here and go into the back of the dash. And then we'll feed it out here somewhere, either out of the lip of the dash here, the custom dash I put, or if I have to, I'll drill a hole. I'd rather not drill a hole, but we'll see. Okay, there's a notch on it, so it can only plug in one way, and then a little nut around it that you tighten up to hold it in there. So, run this down. And come out the bottom here. Looks like there's going to be plenty of cord to navigate it up front here, which is good. Let me see if there's a spot I can come in behind the dash here. And let me show you how I routed that cable. Cable came out here, right next to the battery compartment. And there's like a channel here that runs all the wiring harnesses. So I ran it through that channel here and up, and there's another channel right here. Right here. And then we ran it around the fender flare right here. There's a little gap there, right there, that'll fit right through. I need to wrap a lot of this spare cord right in here behind the gap, behind the speaker. And just leave me enough to go over to the center of the dash. Okay. Now I've got to try to find my same holes. I think that one got it. I think we're doing good now. We've almost wrapped this thing up. A whole golf cart power solution. Lithium. There we go. I don't even need to strap this on the side. It's so tight. All right, we've got to test out our charger. But first I want to test out our LCD display for our battery readings. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in run mode. And I'm going to press our button, power button on the side of the battery. Okay. So that's on. What else do we have to do? Turn our ignition on. And I don't see any power yet. What is going on? Is the battery dead? Let's see. It's on. Okay, there we go. All right, I had to push the power on and off again. So I'm going to turn that to off. The accessories are off. All right, I'm going to turn the ignition on. We've got power up. Is our display going to come on? Hopefully. Press the power button on the display here. Okay, there we go. It says our battery's at 47%. Page 2. I don't know what all this stuff means. It's some, there's some information, the Celsius temperature of the battery, I guess. There's page 3. That's all your individual cells, voltages. It's good if they're all about the same. Let's go back to page 1. And here we are, 47%. So I guess now what we have to do is test this thing out and see if it will take a charge. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the power cord over here that I have on my ceiling and pull it down. And we'll plug our power cord, extension cord, into the NOCO charging port. And I wonder if the display will show that the battery's charging now, or if there's an on-off switch on the charger I need to know about. So it is in. All right, I hear the fan coming on. I heard the fan coming on the charging unit. Yeah, the fan, cooling fan is on. And now the display, it does say it is charging. It says 47% charging. So guys, I feel my job is pretty much done except for the cleanup. You know, I got to put the seat back on, put my tools away, kind of organize the tools again, and I'm going to let this sit here and charge for a couple hours, and then we're going to go out and take it on the road in the neighborhood and test the speed on this thing, and I'm going to let you know if the torque feels a little bit better. Now remember, I'm coming from a lithium battery already, but it was like 5-6-year-old stock battery lithium, original manufacturer equipment. This is a whole complete setup, your whole golf cart solution to switch and transform your golf cart into lithium. So before you go out there to you get a new golf cart, the batteries are shot, they're filthy dirty, and you think, oh, I'm going to go out to the nearest battery store and grab me a set of batteries for my golf cart and just save me a bunch of money. Guys, don't do that. Don't waste your money. I mean, these things are going to last 10, 15 years, the lithium. Your lead acid ones that you go out and buy, those are going to last you maybe 2 to 3 years. And they have to be maintained. And plus, did you know you cannot drop the cells in a lead acid battery beyond 50% or you start to destroy them. I learned that out the hard way on our RV since I became new to RVing about 4 years ago. I went through 2 sets of RV lead acid batteries before I decided that is a losing game. Do not invest your money into lead acid batteries. Look out for a nice sale on this whole complete golf cart setup and you'll be set and you'll be happy you did. You don't have to worry about topping these off with water, distilled water. You can't even take your tap water, so you got to go out to the grocery store and buy a jug of distilled water for your lead acid batteries to keep them maintained. That's not for me, guys. You just install this, set it, and forget it, and it's dependable for the rest of the golf cart's life. So guys, our install went well with the Mosasaur battery, complete battery package setup, and I'm glad you tuned in to watch it with me. I hope you saw that it was fairly easy to install, and I know I was going to take you out to road test this. I want you to tune in to one of my next videos because that's going to be the one where I put this battery package to the test and show you any improvements or anything I noticed that were better than the last battery setup I had, and I hope to see you there. So guys, thank you for tuning into another one of my videos, and I'll see you on the next one.